the 9 September Sewer Commission meeting. Regularly scheduled meeting. And we'll start our roll call with our sewer superintendent.
Corey White, Sewer Superintendent.
Lynn Fuller, Sewer Secretary.
Tim Redmond, Commissioner.
Dave Pierce, Commissioner.
Daniel Taylor, Commissioner.
Michael Trank, Consulting Engineer. Jim Craig, Select Board Member.
Jim, Mike, evening. First item on our agenda is the minutes of 12 August. They're in your packet.
Motion to approve the minutes as presented.
I'll second the motion.
Then call the roll call, please.
I'm in favor.
Aye.
Aye.
In favor. Aye.
All approved. Yes. And at the start of each meeting, we offer public comment. So I officially open up the meeting for public comment. I see no one in the audience, so I will close public comment. Lynn, you will put that in the minutes. We have public comment, right?
I did.
Nothing for new subjects to be discussed before the commission. So we'll go right into old business. And first item is an application for a review of the treatment units that we charge Roy Apartments. Corey, would you bring us up to date on the status of that?
So I reached out to them per the commission's request, and you have copies. I sent it to you via email, but copies of all their rental agreements and applications and all of that. I don't know if you guys had time to review them or not.
You weren't at the last meeting, Corey, so we basically tabled the matter until you were here to speak.
One of the issues we had at the previous meeting is that the new treatment rate would be based on senior occupancy, which is different than regular occupancy or even 55 plus.
Correct.
So the rate would be different
Their monthly.
if we went into the state's model or flow.
Correct.
And it has a category for senior occupancy apartments.
It does, and it's a lot less than a straight up standard apartment building.
I actually did some research, and because they had contacted Sewer Commission back in like 2006, I believe it was, and senior housing was not on the 108-1 table back then. It wasn't added until 2008, I believe. So.
Corey, I'd like to get a report from you on this. I know nothing about this other than what I read, so why don't you tell us, give us a little rundown on it. Not the old news from the 2006 days, the current news, and the current law.
The current law is the senior housing, I think is how it's labeled.
Under state statute?
Yes, in the state's table, and it's, the treatment unit value is 125 gallons per day per unit.
Versus?
450.
Okay.
So that would significantly lower their biannual bill and their treatment
125
units.
a day
Yep,
versus 450.
correct.
Go ahead.
And they have 60 units in the building, so that would be 7,500 gallons per day at 450 gallons per treatment unit now. And they're
7,500 at 450?
correct.
Okay.
And
what is the new, what does 125 yield?
That's,
Did you do
This is
the math on
written
this before
twice.
you got here?
I did.
It's actually in the letter.
What is the number, Dave?
125 times 60 units divided by the 450 standard yields 16.6, which rounds up to 17. And I believe that value was quoted in the applicant's letter.
Why did you,
Yes.
why did you divide,
450 gallons per treatment unit.
I thought you were just gonna do 125 gallons a day.
125 gallons per unit times 60 units.
Is how many gallons per day?
125 times 60. The value that Corey stated.
What is-
7,500.
That's at 450 he told us that was for.
No, that's my mistake. I think that's the 125.
That's the 125
Yeah.
amount?
Yes, 125 gallons per day per
Yeah.
the state table.
What is it at 450? What are they? presently-
27,000.
Huh?
27,000.
27,000. So,
That's what they're being billed at now.
per day.
No.
Which is
No,
60.
that's their treatment unit billing.
They're being billed for 60
60
treatment.
units.
They're being billed for 60 treatment units. The mathematics using the table is 16.6, which rounds up to 17. And I believe the applicant stated in their letter they were requesting 17 treatment units. Lynn, is that correct?
Yes.
Sixty.
You've got it.
Oh, it's in the letter, thank you.
Yes, the letter states that they're currently being billed for 60. They did the same math that we were just doing this evening.
So they want to charge us for 17 treatment units versus 60 treatment units?
Correct.
Correct.
Now, is this all defined in the state tables per your information?
Absolutely, yes.
How many other places in town are going to be looking for rebates of the same type? Do you have any information on that?
Possibly the Villager, but they just came through and their treatment units, I think, are correct.
They're already being charged by the state table,
I think so.
senior table?
I can double check on that.
We're not, Corey can check on that, but we're not here solving the Villager tonight.
No, but we're also talking about the next step, when you approve one to gut floodgates open.
But it has to be for senior housing versus any of these
Yes,
over
there's a difference
55.
between a nursing home, which the Villager is, and senior housing. So that would be the difference between the
And what
Villager.
is Roy Apartments classified as?
Senior housing. 62 and over.
You know, the 55 and, what's the basic age?
62.
62 it starts at.
62 it starts at, 62 and over.
All right.
And they have that in a couple of times in their lease
Yes.
information.
Now, how do we know for fact that they qualify for this? Are they supplying housing documents from the government? What are they supplying?
You
for?
have it right in front of you. It's
They have-
the subsidized housing rental application.
Application states 62 or older,
You had
or there's also cases if they're
And is this,
disabled.
disabled, yeah.
does JCM Management Company own this, or do they operate it for someone?
It's operated for HUD, I think.
For HUD?
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to know that too,
Okay.
because it says it was a HUD developed and built in 82 through the HUD, the Urban Development in New Hampshire Housing Finance Authority. Doesn't tell us who owns it. Okay,
They-
College Road Associates LLC owns it.
which is a private company.
Right. And they accept Section 8 vouchers, or however that works, from HUD for their, on behalf of their tenants,
Yeah,
because, who qualify for. as long
yeah,
as
the
they-
subsidized housing agreement.
In the event that we approve this, I think they should file annual reports with us to maintain the veracity of their statements, that nothing changes, and it doesn't get sold, and nothing changes. They have to do an annual
We can
report
ask-
stating that nothing has changed and they still meet the criteria. I think that would be a good thing to have.
Do you want them to attend a meeting?
I think we can probably handle it without them.
Okay,
I would prefer that too.
okay.
Actually, I would, following up on your idea, Tim, I would prefer if Lynn would actually have it on her schedule once a year, be it,
Actually, Dave,
that a letter would go and simply say, we need re-verification.
Dave, I do not believe that it is our responsibility to ask them for documentation of their system. I think it's their responsibility to provide us with it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if for some reason that Lynn is unable to do it or forgets to do it, then they get away with it for a year if something changes and we're not in the loop, so.
The expectation should be on them.
It's like with anybody who has a report of any kind.
So, Dan?
Is it
would
possible
you
to-
prefer that they would, that the onus would be on
Yeah.
the building to send a annual report?
Yep. And is it possible to get like a letter from HUD saying that they qualify?
I can reach out to
Because
them.
this is a rental application that says you need to qualify, but there's nothing
That's kind of
with
what I
like-
was trying to
There's
get,
nothing with HUD letterhead
like
on
a,
it.
yes, exactly. And that's what I was trying to get through to my contact person with JCM was something that is defined.
Well, I'd be willing to make a conditional motion based on the applicant providing the necessary documentation back to our staff if the commissioners would find that acceptable, or wait another 30 days and deal with it 30 days from now after they get additional information to court.
And your motion then is to reduce 60 treatment units to 17, followed by those conditions.
I would make them, I'm not making the motion, but my motion would be to follow the senior housing rules, which are in our state table that Corey has outlined, and charge appropriately per the table, and then require this documentation we're talking about prior to the rate changing, and we would also set a date for the rate change, when we're going to change it. It doesn't happen like the minute you make the motion. So that would be, I would be willing to make that motion if the other commissioners feel
Would,
that's appropriate.
Would you prefer to have the rate change effective with whatever the next bill is?
When is the next billing going out?
November 15th to December 15th.
But that's in arrears for last year, for the last 6
It's
months.
for July, it's for like right now, it's for July 1st of this year through December 31st of this year.
Well, I would say that we make it effective 1st of 2026. That's what I would make my motion to state.
Well, their,
The letter,
just to go back on that, their letter that they originally sent, we've been dragging this on, was
No, well,
sent June
yeah,
2nd.
Bureaucracy takes time to drag on. I don't find that to be a fair statement about us. We didn't drag anything on. We listened to it, we asked for information, we got information.
the letter's date, Lynn,
June 2nd, 2025,
Yeah.
and our next bill goes out,
November 15th. It's for July 1st through December 31st.
and Tim, you would,
I'll make a motion to conditionally approve the request for a rate change for the Edward Roy Apartments, effective January 1st, 2024, it's 26 rather, wrong year, 2026. With the conditions that HUD certification documentation be provided, to the sewer, to the staff. With the other conditions, I had one more, didn't I, Corey? Was that the only thing, was the HUD certification paperwork?
HUD certification paperwork and
Oh,
An
and annual reporting. Documenting. No changes to the information presented in the letter dated June 2nd, 2025. Forgot anything, Dan or Dave? You cover everything?
I don't think
Jim?
so. I think
You
you-
listen, I know you listen.
No, I think you got it.
We cover
Got the
everything?
conditions in there, yeah.
I'll second the motion.
So this is, maintain this is a conditional approval.
Right.
So they have to, so basically they have to provide all this documentation
for it to go through.
before
January 1st.
January 1st, or it goes back on the table.
Yeah.
So I made a motion.
I second the motion.
Okay. All those in favor of the motion presented?
Aye.
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 Okay. Thank you, Corey, for digging into this.
Lynn, you're all set with the minutes and the motion?
Yep,
Thank you.
I went slow so she could write it
yes,
down.
he did, thank you. I saw him, you watched me write and waited, appreciate it.
I stopped talking. until you
Corey,
stopped
has there
writing.
been any monthly or emergency calls in the past month?
Just one third week of August for power outage at Elm Street Pump Station,
Eversource or us?
Eversource.
And the system restarted once power was restored with no problem?
Yep.
Where are we with the,
Was that was an overnight response?
Yeah, late afternoon.
Okay.
I actually think it might have been a Saturday.
Corey, where are we with Sherbon on the loose ends that we brought up at 2 meetings ago that weren't done, so therefore I rejected the notion of paying them off?
So we figured out that the issue with the cabinet is partly our fault, seeing that the heat was accidentally turned on to well over 90 degrees and it was blowing right on that cabinet. So in talking with Sherbon and the manufacturer, when we turned the heat down and checked the relay all summer, well, since that issue, we haven't had an issue. The cabinet is actually staying relatively cool.
Who installed the heat? Sherbon's contractors.
Their contractor, yeah.
Right, so it's their contractor that pointed the heater at the cabinet. And
It's
even though you turned it on,
Correct, but the thing is, it's such a small room, where it is, that's the only place for it to go.
so is Sherbon's contractor coming back to move the cabinet or change the
No,
direction of
there's
the
no, you can't.
fins? Change the direction of the fins on it?
You can just lower them, we can just lower them down. But the issue was, when that first happened, the doors were open and the heat was turned up, and the heat was not turned back down after, so it was blowing on that panel
So you
way
can,
too long.
you can mitigate the risk by
adjusting the actual heat setting. It was on like 90 degrees blowing on that thing.
And that was done by whom? By, you guys set it on 90? I doubt it. You did?
So,
It-
Were you cold down there that day?
No, we were, so
Tough to get to sleep.
one of the issues that we have found that we thought was an issue with the cabinet, it's actually an issue with the pumps that we never had before. And every month, you have to go and dismantle the back of the pumps, the inspection, and clean out rags. When the rags pile up, that new cabinet could actually tell that there's more amperage being drawn, and it makes a fault, and it kills the pump, so it doesn't burn out. And that was one of the issues, we were thinking there was a relay problem, come to find out, it was just a lot of rags building up in those pumps, which is just kinda odd. We've never had that issue there before.
And the rags are coming from, you have no idea?
I don't know.
Paper or cloth?
It just, a lot of, it's wipes, it's people
Wipes.
flushing wipes.
Yeah.
But we had a span of like 6 months where it was, you know, almost every 2 weeks you were emptying it out. And lately, it seemed to have died off.
Is
so
it like a
they're-
bar grate setup where you have to?
No, there's no, that
kids
one's weird because the wet well is directly underneath the
Yeah.
pumps. So there's no way to install, there's no way to put
Even
anything
on the
there to
inlet
catch
pipe,
it.
I'm wondering.
There's no way to get, you can't see it. There'd be
inlet-
no way to clean
You
it.
can't see the inlet pipe?
Nope. So the door, when you look in, it's like back behind you.
Okay. So it's just a case if you have to monitor the pump?
There's more.
Yes, so it was very cold. You got the doors open because you're between 2 rooms. So Keith turned the heat up
Yep,
and
forgot to turn it back down.
never turned it back down.
Gotcha. Understood. Thank you.
Thank you for all the details.
Over here.
So we're back to your question on, is there a building question on Sanborn?
Well, I just wanna make sure that if.
We're good at Elm Street Pump Station.
And Mike, when does that, 1 year expire for the?
Last year,
Last year?
2024.
Oh, that's because we had continual problems, that's why it never got resolved, right?
Yeah,
No.
We had put it on hold.
Where are we with all these problems?
they actually changed out the screen on the panel and a relay, and that solved the issue, the power issue we were having. Because every time, say it's winter time, people are using more electricity if you have like heat, and it would draw just enough in the grid that it would set the relay off and kill the building. So they determined
It's that sensitive.
it's so sensitive, so they changed the relay out, and they're able to adjust the relay for the amperage drop, so it won't kill the building.
So we'll look for you and Mike to converse and decide if we are ready to allow the retainage to be provided back to them. You can report at our next meeting, please. Talk to Mike about it, and maybe we can have a motion at another meeting to, unless Mike's got it right there in front of him.
I do.
It's like, to discuss later, you jumped ahead.
Yeah,
It's okay.
all right.
Let's finish this conversation then, Mike.
Not on the,
Well,
it's not on our agenda.
It's gonna go under other business.
Let's finish the agenda.
Don't tell me it's right in
So
front
what
of me when it's
we're
not.
talking about is payment application number 5 for Elm Street. And that was for the balance of the retainage being held, which is $8,560.82.
$8,562, how much, Mike? $8,562,
$8,560
60,
and 82 cents.
82.
That's the retainage amount.
And in the opinion of yourself and Corey, is everything satisfactory? Contracts completion, warranties have been met?
Yes.
Okay. I make a motion to release 8,005. I have to make a motion to release $8,560.82 retainage to Sherburne Consolidated for the Goffstown Elm Street wastewater pump project that has been overdue since some problems were still going on, but at this time, based on the staff's comment and you sign that, you're the chair.
Vote on the motion to.
Did you give me, oh, I got one here.
To release,
I have an original.
It's right there.
you have one for signature?
Does he have one?
Vote on the motion to release the retainage of $8,560.32. Those in favor?
Aye.
I,
And myself is aye, unanimous. So let's make it official there, Mike, with a signature.
Middle line.
Right.
There you go.
Corey, you know, you haven't given me my drain
I
layers
know.
license
You
back.
know what?
Which means you have to give me another year now.
You know what's
since
funny?
It's been a year since I gave you the check.
Keith even reminded me this afternoon.
It's been a year since I paid you for that, so you have to give me another year since I haven't had it for a year.
We're gonna discuss this later.
You know? Anything in about
might
commissioners
get
getting
more
lifetime
expensive.
licenses?
You gonna send that to me, or?
I will. I'll have some, for the next meeting, I'll have some additional closeout paperwork for Elm Street. And I need to send a couple documents for the contractor to execute, like the lien waiver form and the affidavit.
Okay, we started a conversation on emergency calls, and then we diverted ourselves to something new, but that was resolved. Now we're back to any drain layer applications for us to review?
No,
Okay.
Other than the one delinquent one?
well, actually, we tabled the discussion on what we wanna do. I think that's what this is for.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
As for the price for the drain layers application and who and when.
We need to decide, and you need to make a recommendation on what we're going to do about licenses in general. Are we gonna make them a lifetime license? Are we gonna make them a 10-year license? Are we gonna make them a 5-year license?
So
We need to have some recommendations from you so we can make a decision for it.
my recommendation would be, make it a lifetime license and put a price tag of $100 on it.
This would be a license by a person's name, not a business.
Exactly, it's person's name. If you look at the number of drain layers applications we get, it's not a whole ton. There's a list of people, but obviously not everybody does it every year. If you look at, like Pichette Brothers, they're very good about doing it annually.
Surratt, same way.
Surratt's the same way. So it takes, that's 10 years of $10 a month, or a year, to equal your $100. We get a lot of one-timers or two-timers.
Yep.
And that never come back and never renew.
That's fine.
So it seems to me like make it $100 fee, and you're actually getting a little bit more for the one-timers. And then the people that are actually here yearly, one-time fee and it's done.
Are you gonna grandfather the ones that are already cold licenses?
That would be your decision.
I think that might be a consideration. And new applicants would pay the fee.
I would be fine
But
with
then
that.
just make sure all the current drain layers know
Would
that their
get there.
license is, as long as it's current.
Current, yep.
And if it's not current, they have to make it current at the
Correct.
old fee.
Explain that again for me, Jim.
So if you are a current drain layer in our sewer department, and your license is current, you would be grandfathered a lifetime license for the $10 that you have paid this year to renew your license. Anyone else whose license is delinquent at this time, we would give them maybe a 1-year grace period. 1-year grace period to get their license renewed for the $10, which is what it is. And if they don't renew it, and if they do renew it, they get grandfathered for life. But if they don't renew it within a calendar year, then
pay.
they have to pay the 100 to come back into the system and start over.
So when would the new fee be is there a date for the
It
new
would,
fee?
it would be it'd be effective immediately if we vote on it eventually. It would be effective immediately for whoever applies for a license. And the
That
current,
makes sense, because the dates that people renew are scattered.
that's right. Everybody has got a different date.
Is there a way we can make this cleaner, Tim? Like, just pick the effective date of 1 January. If licenses are renewed before that, they're grandfathered.
But you have to notify all these people that are delinquent their licenses too.
Correct.
How many do you have a list of delinquent licensees?
Yeah, there's probably 30.
30?
Yeah.
How would we have to notify them, Corey?
By email.
Verbally or by correspondence?
It was always done by email in the past, but I have phone numbers and emails, so I can call.
Whatever's on there, whatever's on file, and if it bounces back, then it bounces back.
Well, I don't mind David's suggestion to make it effective.
It's 4 months. That's sufficient time for Corey to dust off the cobwebs and get responses. And it's to their benefit to promptly react to his call.
So do we have to do this in form of a motion? I think we probably need to do it.
It's a fee. I would like a motion for a fee change.
All right, you ready, Lynn?
Go ahead.
I'd like to make a motion regarding drain layers licenses, ES licenses, stating that any current drain layer whose license is presently renewed, and any delinquent drain layer who renews their license before January 1st, 2026, will be granted a lifetime drain layers license for the Goffstown Sewer Commission. From the Goffstown
Yeah, that
Sewer-
messed me up, but I put from.
from the Goffstown Sewer Commission. Effective January 1st, 2026, all new drain layers license applications will be charged at $100 per license and will be a lifetime license. Now, in the motion, I didn't state the renewal rate, did I? Did I say at the current rate?
At the current, yeah.
At the current rate?
drain layer.
Okay, good, I did state that.
Any current drain layer whose license is presently renewed at any given rate. License will actually.
Could you read the motion back, please?
Yeah. Motion regarding drain layer license stating that any current drain layer license whose license is presently renewed, and any delinquent drain layer who renews their license before 1/1/26 will be granted a lifetime.
I didn't
drain
say
layers
at the
license.
current
She
rate
didn't
though, did I?
say no. Let's see, so motion regarding drain layer licenses stating that any current drain layer whose license is presently renewed, and any delinquent drain layer who is renewed by 11/26 will be granted a lifetime license at the current rate of
Eleven,
$10.
what'd you say, 11/26?
1/1/26
1/26.
will be granted a lifetime at the
Renewed,
current.
where I said is renewed
So the current drain layer license is presently renewed
or delinquent,
or delinquent, okay.
you know, where you have the word delinquent written in
Yeah,
there.
renewed, and any delinquent drain layer license.
Will be renewed at the present rate, $10.
So, current rules remain in effect until January 1st. Anyone who is delinquent on January 1st
It's 100
is
bucks.
not grandfathered in. Starting January 1st, we move to a lifetime drain layer
costing?
At a fee of $100.
I feel
I think Lynn's got it all in there,
Yeah.
okay.
but you said it more concisely.
Congratulations, Tim, that's the longest motion we've had.
Yeah, well, at least I got it all in there.
Right.
You cannot be, you can't leave anything out, because you leave something out, you leave yourself open for issues. All right,
So
Yeah.
I'll
who's,
second the motion.
Call for the vote.
aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous.
All right, Corey, take care of it. Make sure
Yep.
everyone is
Corey,
currently
follow up
delinquent
on
gets
all
their
the,
notice.
all the paperwork now, Corey.
if you need
Make
help
it
with that,
effective.
let me know.
I will.
Lynn, I will review various pages on the website, and then I'll provide some advice for you on the website changes.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I think this makes sense because it's not like they're required to take an exam and keep up to date with continuing education or anything like that. It's just so we know it's not a random Joe Schmo working on our sewer system.
Correct.
And hell, if it was the city of Manchester, which gets 30 applications a day for sewer permits, you probably get one a month for someone to work on a sewer line. It's not worth it. Okay.
Have you, fellow commissioners, have you looked at the warrant Lynn presented to us this evening?
Yeah, signed it. You want to go back up to the Albert Street sewer replacement closeout paperwork under old business?
Albert Street's not on it, but yes, I can go.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It's on the agenda.
Old business.
You must have an older out, because this was the one I got, was laying on the table.
Yeah, I think I sent an updated
Oh,
one.
okay,
There it is.
there it is. I brought mine.
I brought you one from home. Lynn tricked you.
Mhm.
Mike, would you bring us up to
Yes,
date
sir.
on the Albert Street sewer line?
I received a phone call last week from B&B Excavation LLC asking about the one-year warranty period and substantial completion and all that. And so I checked my files and could not find an executed certificate of substantial completion. I talked to Corey, he wasn't aware of one either. So we need to do that. So I've put together some drafts.
When was it,
documents.
when was your date, Mike, that was substantially completed?
I put in October,
Last year?
Yeah.
October 11th, 2024.
Okay.
This is the same person. So I put together 4 documents that you have in front of you. The first document is a certificate of substantial completion. Again, we're saying that it was substantially complete on October 11th, 2024.
What defines substantial completion, Mike?
The owner has beneficial use and occupancy of the project.
So the pipe's working.
It's working. Yeah.
All the
Now,
all the
usually it's-
connections were made to the residences. Everything is, all the connections were made, the pipe is in service.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then typically there's some punch list work or items left after that. The second document in this packet.
And we'll need to approve that as of tonight's date, right?
Yes.
Okay. That'll be one motion. Go ahead and continue.
I put together a certificate of final completion based on discussion with Corey. I think everything's been done. There's no
Everything's done.
punch list work
Nope.
outstanding or anything, so I thought while we're at it, we could execute the certificate of final completion. I think the way the contract was worded is that the contractor had 30 days after substantial completion to complete the punch list work, or any outstanding punch list work, and achieve final completion. So I dated the final completion
30 days.
certificate for a month later, November 11th,
And
2024.
to your information, Corey, everything was done by that date?
Correct.
Did the finished landscaping and stuff fall under this, or was that under,
The finished landscaping and all that falls under that.
and did it get finished?
Yeah, it all
I
got
haven't
finished.
gone back this year.
Yeah, it all got finished, it was all loam seeded, everything was cleaned up, there was no complaints by any of the residents, but the one, if you drive down it, maybe it doesn't look the best, because if you don't water fresh
Yeah.
grass seed, it doesn't grow.
Yep.
You can't really put it on them.
It never is.
The next document really is more for, just for your information, it doesn't need to be executed by you folks, but it's an affidavit from the contractor, just saying that there's no outstanding claims or indebtedness to any of their subs or suppliers. And then the final document is the final release and waiver of lien. So basically, they're saying that there's no money owed them. They're granting their release and they waive their rights to lien.
So these are documents that have to be executed?
The contractor has to execute the last two documents in the package.
And he'll do that after he receives notice on these first two.
Yeah, everybody needs to execute the first two documents, the certificate of substantial completion and certificate of final completion.
Any further discussion necessary?
So the
before we get a
contractor's
motion?
affidavit is, who's gonna fill in all the blanks right now, Mike, that are empty, like the county of is blank?
They are,
They're gonna fill all
they
that?
have to have it notarized.
So we are waiting for them to submit a signed version of this one, the substantial first,
No,
no?
No, what I was,
we
Because of time.
authorize
Because
substantial
we-
completion and final completion to be signed this evening.
Okay.
yeah, because of timing, I was hoping that the sewer commission could sign the certificate of substantial completion and the certificate of final completion, and then I can just send the whole package to the contractor.
But we don't have their signature on it, Mike.
That's done after we provide them these.
No, it's right here. If they want this signed, it should have been signed by them, and then we should sign last. That's the order of the signatures. Contract accepts certificate of final completion on August 30th, 2025 by, we don't have a signature there.
Could I have a motion that's conditional, that when these first two documents are fully signed, that I would have permission to execute the commission's portion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we authorize the chair to sign for the owners, which is us, after Mike Trank, our consulting engineer, gets the appropriate signatures from BMB Excavation LLC for the certificate of substantial completion and the certificate of final completion.
Mike, you get the signatures, and then
I'll
bring
let you
these
know.
documents back, and Lynn will call me to come into the town hall.
I'll second the
You
motion.
second the motion. A vote on that motion, please.
Aye,
Aye.
Aye, unanimous.
so that eliminates the first two documents. So we're back to the contractor's affidavit and the final release and waiver of lien. They signed them when, Mike?
I'm gonna send them all 4 documents and have them sign everything.
And that way, provided these are signed, then Dave can sign the other documents.
I don't think Dave needs to sign, I don't
No,
think we need
I
to
don't
sign
think-
those
No,
other.
but
You know-
I would say that it's important that we have these documents in hand
I agree,
before we let them off the hook.
I agree.
So I'm gonna make a motion, Lynn,
Okay.
that the contractor's affidavit and the contractor's final release and waiver of liens are signed and returned for the chair to observe and consider prior to signing the first set of documents we authorized.
I'll second the motion.
Okay. Lynn, do you have everything
Yep,
written there
got
correctly?
it, Yep.
A call on that motion, please.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, unanimous, Lynn. You have originals,
Yeah, I'll get those over after everything gets signed by the contractor.
We're agreeable to let them off the hook as long as we have all the proper signatures.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I have something for other business when you're ready for that date.
Okay, we're down to other business. Tim.
Thank you, sir. At the next monthly meeting, I'm requesting that Lynn provide us with an up-to-date budget report of our expenses and where our lines are.
I'd like to do that today.
Well, I was under the impression we were gonna get budget reports more frequently than we have been.
I was going to, I can't print them out and I keep forgetting to ask. I thought about that today and I forgot to do it.
But
But yes, I will
Yeah,
definitely
next
bring it to
meeting
the
then,
meetings,
please.
yeah.
can we get quarterly
I was gonna
reports
give
from you?
it to you each month. if
We don't
you
need them every month, I
okay.
don't think, but I think quarterly would be good. At least we could see where the lines are and what money is going out and what's being spent. So if you could provide us with quarterly reports in the future, but at least next month,
Yeah.
because we're coming up to budget season in 4 months. And it'd be nice to know where we are with our lines. And Corey has consideration too for what he's allowed to spend and what we may authorize him to spend.
And can you email them at the same time, or in the next month,
With the
prior to
packet
next?
prior,
Yeah,
send them with the agenda.
yeah.
Anything else, Corey, from your wing of the world that we need to know about, what's going on?
The surplus truck is on municipal bid.
Yep.
It's been on for, I don't know, 2 weeks. I think it goes to the 20th of September.
So it has to wait until the 20th is out before anything is tallied, or is it available?
No, it'll tell you on the website if anybody bids on it or anything like that. I've gotten a couple questions about it
Good,
via the website, but nobody's bid on it.
all right, so we'll see what happens.
Question for Corey, or maybe Tim might have this answer, other business. You and I discussed 140 North Mast.
South
That's
Mast.
gonna have sewer line connection overnight.
Oh,
What-
that's,
And now, one of our staff has to be there overnight, starting from 7 in the evening till 7 in the morning. And how do we, is that pure overtime for you then?
No,
Or
doesn't have to be.
doesn't?
well, I think we're charging them for your time, correct?
You charge basically the sewer permit and all that, but we don't actually charge people for
We don't charge for
inspections.
inspection services?
No.
Okay.
The accessibility fee.
The
is that
you
part
get the
of-
accessibility fee and the permit fee, but we don't charge for us being on site.
I seem to recall there was something in the applications for a connection that the work had to be done normal hours.
Well, that one is tricky, and I will tell you that I pushed for it being at night, because it's in the worst spot you could be.
I understand,
And it's deep, it's all sand,
Who's doing it?
Ernie,
Ernie's.
Okay, I saw a sign out there. How deep is deep?
10 feet.
11 feet to the top of the main,
And is it in the other lane?
halfway across.
It's
the
on
other-
the center line?
No, it's halfway across
The
the
opposite lane.
opposite lane.
So what is going on with that? Do you have to work with PD? How are you doing it?
So we had a meeting last week with police, fire, DPW to come up with some sort of a plan to tackle that. And it was consensus between everybody that you gotta close the road. There's no way to do it without closing the road. And the best way to close that road is at night, because you don't have truck traffic like you do during the day.
Okay, so you're talking about detours next.
Yep, so the detour that Public Works wants to use is inbound to town, Henry Bridge, and Wallace Road to Normand, I think, going out of town. But
Wallace Road to Norland, all right, I'm listening.
basically, people aren't really gonna follow that detour. Luckily, you have, Shirley Park right there. So any car traffic could actually go through Shirley Park. That's where they're gonna close it, is at Shirley Park and at the roundabout.
So
Force
they'll go-
people up
they'll go
Wallace
in
and they'll end
Shirley Park and back
up, most
out.
people will cut up Wallace and just go through the high school to come back around.
So you're gonna have a signed detour.
Yeah, everything, there's an email chain Derek sent out to, Ernie's, making sure that they have to have a whole sign package,
This-
2 details.
So would you consider detouring through Shirley Park on the northbound side and through Wallace Road on the southbound side?
That's not our call.
But I mean, is that what they're suggesting? So that you have
DPW,
flow
yeah,
without people coming head to head? Because Park Lane isn't really in the driveway, is,
it's a one-way. So people would only be going out
okay.
Shirley Park. If you're coming down, Shirley Park's the easier way to get around inbound anyways.
Are they gonna put the message boards up ahead of time?
I don't remember,
They-
don't see it in the emails that they
do, but they're
require.
diverting traffic down Henry Bridge Road. There's always been reader boards that tell.
But
Well,
I'm just
the
wondering if-
DPW always puts reader boards up,
Mhm.
but I think it's
Is this a
Oh,
DOT
for
permit
their
or
own
is this in the
projects?
urban compact?
urban compact,
So it's town's responsibility?
yeah.
And Adam is not requiring that the contractor provide message boards warning of road closure the night of?
There's nothing in the email chain that
Yeah.
states reader boards, it just states what the detour is going to be, and they have the appropriate sign package.
And what night is this, Dave?
We don't know yet.
And
Well, it's
the,
not too late to amend the request then.
Well, no, it was supposed to happen tonight,
What?
Yeah.
so
I understand. So, but it's delayed,
it's delayed maybe October 15th.
and this last Monday night, the select board waived noise ordinance,
Yeah.
so that
They
worked.
would have to.
And require
That
that
work.
they have it, ready to go and done by 7 o'clock the next morning.
That late?
7 to 7 PM.
That's late. Cars start at 5:15 on that road.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be out of the road long before then, because the plan, I stopped last Friday and talked with Ernie himself. Ernie himself is gonna do the digging, and the owner, Sean. So when they get out there, the plan is
Who's the
to,
owner, Sean?
Ernie sold last year.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So there's a
Keep
new,
going. I don't need to
new
know
owner.
anymore.
They're basically gonna dig about 6 feet and then have Belmore come in and
Hydro excavate?
hydro excavate to the top of the pipe. 'Cause they're gonna do it at night.
Are they doing a drop into the sewer main? Or are they doing a lateral, a parallel to the main?
That all, it will have some sort of a drop on it, because the water main, in talking with Lee, is 6 feet, and they gotta go under it. So it won't have a very steep chimney, but it'll have one on it.
Did they give you, is this all by the seat of their pants, or do you have diagram drawings for you for this? What they're gonna put in the ground?
There's a plan for it,
Okay.
a subdivision plan. It shows it on the subdivision plan.
And it shows,
It doesn't show cross sections, but it shows,
would
you
this show
know,
you what the chimney construction's gonna be, or how they're gonna tie in?
no, that all comes from me.
All right. I trust you.
Thank you on that significant construction
So
project.
what are you and Keith gonna do, half and half, or you gonna stay out there all night, or what's your plan?
They basically asked me to be out there because they're messing around with the interceptor.
Yeah?
And if anything does go awry, they hit something or there's an emergency.
They're tying into the interceptor? There's no other sewer line out there? All the services from Mass Road,
Tie into the interceptor.
South Mass Road Street go into the interceptor?
Yep. Everything in that corridor, from South Mass to the police station, all tie in.
So they're gonna have to dig completely around the interceptor so they can band it?
You can't band it. The only thing you can use on it is an insertity.
Oh, you're gonna put an inserted T in it?
Yep.
Okay, that's good. I know that. Okay. Dawn dish soap, best friend.
We keep a bottle of both trucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So could we have an email or text message or something the night it's gonna happen?
Yeah,
From you?
absolutely. I'll just put it in an email and CC everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Corey.
Any further business to be discussed?
Motion to adjourn.
Second the motion?
Call for the motion?
Aye.
Aye.
Goffstown TV, we are completed.